Good morning. Today we are going to finish our Easter cookies by decorating them, okay? It's a bit difficult because I know you don't have all the ingredients you might need to decorate them. So I'm going to give you different options. I'm going to show you how my table is and then I will start explaining. This is my table. I've got the cookies, I've got some icing sugar, lacasitos, a rolling pin, some chocolate. You need half a kilo of icing sugar, and then I use cremor tartaro, and for half a kilo I use a quarter of a teaspoon. I put it in and then I sift the icing sugar into the mixing bowl, okay? Remember, half a kilo of icing sugar and a quarter of teaspoon of cremor tartaro. If you haven't got cremor tartaro, don't put anything, and then later on we will put a little bit of orange juice, which is very similar. Here I've got my sifted icing sugar with the creme tartare, and I'm going to put 3 egg whites. Now, if you haven't got pasteurized egg whites and you are going to eat the cookies in 4 or 5 days, then you can use normal egg whites from eggs, okay? Fresh eggs, right? Let's see, it's got a little line here. That's it, 3. And now, with a spoon, we mix a little bit. So, it would be here where you would put the lemon. Also, if you are not using, cremor tartare, no, If you're not using cremor tartaro, then you would put a teaspoon of lemon juice here, right? And now I'm going to turn the mixture on. First, in slow speed, until all the sugar is incorporated into the egg whites. Once the sugar is incorporated, you put the speed up to medium-high speed, and you leave it for about 2 minutes, adding the vanilla here, a little bit of vanilla to give it taste, for at least 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, and now if you see it, it's very white and thick. Okay, this is what we call royal icing. Now we have to be quick with royal icing because it gets hard quick. Royal icing is what we use to make flowers and decorate those beautiful wedding cakes. You have it like this, very hard, and then we will make it softer with water. Put the icing sugar in a different bowl, a smaller bowl, and cover it with cellophane, stuck to it, so it doesn't get hard. I've put some here, which I'm going to add water. We use a teaspoon to incorporate the water. As it's very thick, we are going to incorporate quite a few, about 4 teaspoons, and then we mix it. When it's about like this, a bit runny but not very, okay, it has to take a bit of a time to drop, we pour it into a piping bag. I can't do it with one hand, so I'm going to stop the video. But using some pink food coloring, I've made pink. Okay, I've got my icing, pink, blue and white, and my Easter cookie. Listen, if you haven't got a piping bag, you can use a normal plastic bag, okay, like this type of bag. And you put it and you cut the corner. First, I'm going to cut the white one and I'm going to go around the Easter egg and fill it in. I don't know if you can see it. I help myself with the nib. Nib is la punta, the nib of the piping bag, and I fill it in. Once it's filled in, I shake the cookie so it goes smooth, okay? Right, you see, more or less. And now what I do is get the blue icing and the pink one, and I just make straight lines, alternative, pink and blue. First the pink ones, you see, I've done the pink ones, and now the blue ones. And you get a toothpick or something similar to a toothpick. I've got this, which is similar to a toothpick. And you go, look, here is the cookie. You go, first I start in the center, down. I clean it. Then up. I clean it. Up again on the other side. Then down. Down, and then up again, and up. This is the cookie I've just done, but you can decorate them as you want. Of course, it's the hardest way of making icing. It's delicious, because you know that you like it a lot, but maybe you don't have the ingredients. So now we're going to do two different ways of decorating the cookies. And, well, one moment, before I finish, remember that you can also, if you haven't got food colouring, you can make just white, put the icing on the cookie, and on top of the icing, you can just put some lacasitos, for example, or sweets, or some chocolate, okay? And the idea is for the kids to have fun. An easy way of making icing when you don't have all the ingredients and you do have icing sugar is putting a cup of icing sugar in a bowl and about 2 tablespoons for the moment of milk, and with a fork we have to try to incorporate all the icing mixing it. If it's too hard, you need more milk, so we put more milk. I'm going to put two more. So that's 4 spoons of milk. And let's carry on. It's going to get there. You have to mix it with a fork. And this is easy, the children can do it. A little bit more of milk. That's 4, 5, 6. I think that will be enough. Let's see. Can you see it? It's there, it's nearly there. It's looking good. Maybe we can put some vanilla too, a bit of vanilla, and to make it a bit more thinner, just a weeny bit, very little weeny. A weeny bit is very little of more milk. I think it's there. And now we would do the same, put it in a plastic bag. See, I've got it ready. I'm going to pour it in my plastic piping bag. I'm going to leave it white because I assume that you might not have food coloring. So we can do it white. If you have food coloring, you can put some food coloring here and, you know, do it the color you want. You tie a knot or you use an elastic band. Where have I got? You see, this is an elastic band. You use a knot, you do a knot, or you put an elastic band on it to tie it up. And then the same thing. You get the cookie out, you cut a little the nib, and you just put it. Okay. And you can do it as you want. You can be sort of different, like this. And then you can just decorate it the same with some lacasitos. Let's see, an orange one, a red one. Or you could even put some, if you've got any, of these confetti, sweet confetti. Look, you see? Okay, remember, you have to leave the icing, you have to leave it for 24 hours, for tomorrow, to dry, and for it to be okay. Now, I'm going to prepare a different way of decorating the cookies. Right, now, you haven't got any icing sugar at home, so you can't make icing, but you want to decorate your cookies. I'm sure you forgot some chocolate, okay? I have broken up a tablet of chocolate, milk chocolate. You can use any chocolate you want. And I'm going to put it in a plastic bowl so it can go in the microwave. Now, don't put all the chocolate. Leave about 4 pieces. And if you don't want to make so much, you can make half of a tablet, right? You have to put it in the microwave, but very carefully. Don't put it at high speed, medium speed, and every half a minute, turn it around until maybe it will take 2 minutes to melt. I will see and tell you. Mine has taken 2 minutes. Now it's melted, but it's hot. So we have to put the temperature down by putting first 1 piece and mix it so it melts with the hot chocolate. This is tempering the chocolate. So then it will go hard when you put it on the cookie and leave it set. Okay, we have to mix it well until the chocolate has melted with the hot chocolate. The question is that you have to cool the chocolate, the hot chocolate that you have melted in the microwave, with the cold chocolate that you're putting in until it's tempered. It takes a bit of a time, okay? So I'm going to stop the video and make sure that I've got my chocolate tempered. Okay, my chocolate is ready. It's cool and but I can use it to put it on the cookie. What I do is I put a grease-proof paper underneath the cookie, or baking paper, and put chocolate on top. You see? With a spoon. This is easy for the children to do. And once it's covered, you can decorate it with whatever you have. I've got lacasitos here. which I can use some. And this is my chocolate Easter cookie, and I can assure you that it's delicious. But if you haven't got any chocolate, you haven't got any icing sugar, then just eat them without anything. They are delicious too. Okay, I hope you will be able to make them and that you will enjoy them. Love you all. Happy Easter to all of you. Hope you make the cookies.